Howdy folks, how the bloody hell are you? So I'm currently on the canal bank trying to do a bit of zander fishing and failing miserably at the moment. So the other night I contacted Buffalo Soy and said I'm going down to a stretch of canal on the LLA seawater. Do you fancy coming? And bless him, he's come down there last night and pre-baited to improve my chances, and still nothing happening. At the moment the rain's held off. It has threatened a couple of times, but it's really windy, proper annoyingly windy. It's about 4.5, 5 degrees, but with the wind chill it makes it feel about 3 degrees. But whilst I'm here blanking, I thought I'd give an explanation as to where I've been. I can hear a Chinook in the distance. It's not really been a good reason, to be fair. So back in November, early November, I had to rush my wife into A&E. I came back one Sunday evening from work and Claire hadn't got out of bed, which is not like Claire. When I got into our bedroom, or opened the door to our bedroom, she's burst out crying in severe pain. Now, like a lot of you I'm sure, my wife has got quite a strong threshold to pain threshold, whatever you want to say, and she compared the pain to that being worse, a lot worse than childbirth. So I knew we were in trouble. She doesn't tend to exaggerate on pain. So we gathered all our stuff up, got the kids sorted, and I rushed off to A&E. Probably the scariest moment we've had as a husband and wife so far. We've arrived at A&E. There was 75 people there, I know because I counted, and I kind of thought we're in for a lot of waiting here. And I've got to be honest, that took her very seriously, and pulled her through. Junior doctor saw her first, and then he insisted on a senior surgeon, as soon as possible. He's then come through and instantly asked that she gets a scan, and not long after, to be fair, he's come through to say, your appendix is in a right state. It is in a terrible state, so we need to operate straight away. What transpires, it seems to be, is back in July, she started getting stomach pains. We never really knew what it was. It certainly didn't seem anything to do with the appendix, because she's showing no true signs of appendicitis or anything like it. So carried on, and it just progressively got worse from that point in July, it was on our holiday actually. It just got worse and worse until fast forward in November, and she's in pain that's doubling her over. So cutting the story down a bit, they went to do keyhole surgery. They've gone in to then realise it's a lot worse than they thought, and they've then had to do major surgery. Being the husband at home, whilst she's having an operation, was told a few hours and she'll be out. When we got to hour 5 and they kept on telling me that she's still on the operating table, I started to get rather stressed. That's all they could tell me, and so I kept ringing in about every half an hour from that point on. And you'll have to forgive me, I can't remember if it was 6.5 hours or 7.5 hours, but she's on the operating table a lot longer than expected. They had to open her up, remove her appendix. Because the appendix had been perforated, that then caused sepsis, and that was the big ball ache, should we say. That caused her a lot of problems. She had sepsis in most of her internal area, quite adjacent to, or quite close to the appendix, and that in itself caused a lot of problems. But thank God she made it through. We were told she very nearly didn't come out of the hospital. And yeah, that was definitely the scariest part of our husband and wife till death do us part relationship. It very nearly was till death did us part, and really don't want to go back there anytime soon. Gets back out, gets back onto the ward, and then her blood pressure crashes. So they then had to pump her full of fluids to bring her blood pressure back up, which it did. She had the entire crash team around sorting her out, although she said she felt fine. They certainly didn't think so. And then she ended up with fluid on the lungs. A few weeks down, and she finally comes out, and you know, all's well now. All's well. She's still got a road to recovery, and she's still got more stuff to have done, surgery wise. But she's a very, very lucky lady. But that's where I've been. And then once, to be fair, the last few weeks we've had birthdays and other celebrations as well. So a couple of weeks ago is my youngest daughter, Mouse. It was her 13th birthday. And then a couple of days ago it was my eldest daughter, Bobsy's birthday. She turned 16. It's then also been my brother-in-law's birthday, nephew's birthday, my dad's birthday. It's been rammed full of birthdays. We've all got one of those months where there's just more birthdays you can shake a stick at. So I have been on the bank a couple of times for a couple of hours and nothing's really happened. But to be fair, my mind and my heart hasn't really been in it. But like I say, today I contacted Si, and yeah, he's been good as gold. Pre-bite to the area, come down, trying to improve our chances, but nothing much is happening. I think Si's probably right. It does need to probably warm up a bit now for the Zander, but we're here trying anyway. We're here trying. But that's it, guys. That's where I've been. Hopefully, in a couple of weeks, I'll probably get a video out if I can. River season looks like it's done. I don't think they'll be recovering anytime soon. Although I am seeing quite a few pictures of barbel coming out, to be fair, off the flooded Severn. So you never know. But yes, other than that, guys, I bid you farewell. Hopefully the wind hasn't knackered this video, and I will catch you in a bit. Ta-da!